What is the best adhesive to use for foam cosplay? First cosplay question. Great. So, for those who don't know, I cosplay. I'm a cosplayer. I've won a couple awards. Not to toot my own horn or anything. I'm not tooting my own horn. I've been cosplaying for off and on for 10 years. I've really kicked it up the past 4 or 5 years. When it comes to foam, anybody who's starting out, I always say, don't go nuts. Stick with stuff that's around your house, etc. Don't spend a ton of money on something you might not stick with. Hot glue always works. There is a little bit of a concern because certain materials, it does melt a little bit. Hot glue will work. The only worry is most conventions, if you're taking it to a convention or a photo shoot, is during the summer when it's a hot day. There is a possibility that you will lose the bond because it will get hot and it will liquefy again. So, crazy glue is definitely one. It comes, in various sizes. You can get the small stuff from the dollar store. You can get bigger ones. I'm using crazy glue a little more with some of my projects. I don't like using it because I'm kind of a slob and it gets on my fingers. And having dirt, glue, anything in my hands, it's sort of like nails on a chalkboard for me. So I don't use it as much as I probably should. But crazy glue will always work. Again, watch out because that stuff is exactly what it is. It will bond and it's a pain in the butt to get off. The thing I use the most, though, and I don't know if you can see it. There it is. That stuff right there. That is barge contact cement. It is used in building supplies. You can get, I can't remember what the Canadian version is, LePage. LePage is at Canadian Tire, Home Depot. Barge is I believe it's the American version. We got it up here because Michaels stocked it during the pandemic when they brought out their cosplay line. That was their adhesive of choice to sell. I have used LePage for the longest time. I bought the Barge because it went on clearance because they killed the line, which is I could get into a rant about why Michaels killed that line of products. Personally, though, I really like the Barge. It's got a really good adhesive. Basically, what you do is you'd have 2 pieces of foam, wipe it on one, let it dry, wipe it on your other piece, let it dry. As soon as they touch, they will bond. And it works really, really well for most things, especially with foam. If you're building foam armor, that is perfect to bond. Watch out for things this is going to look very suggestive on camera. If you have a tube and you need to put, say, a dowel in the tube, don't use it for that because if you need to get the dowel in a certain amount, it will stick as soon as it touches. It won't go all the way in. So test it out. Give it a shot. The LePage stuff works great. I personally like the Barge, but if all you have is hot glue, use it. If all you've got is contact cement, use it. Any adhesive will work. Use what you feel comfortable with. Personally, it's Barge cement, contact cement for me.